Hi, in this short video, I'm going to demonstrate drop-down lists, drop-down lists in Excel. This is something that is really helpful if you're sharing data. So if you are sharing a spreadsheet with a group of individuals that you want them to populate data and send back to you, or if you're developing an app and you want to collate or collect information. Drop-down lists are really good because it means the data that you get back is in a format that you want. It's uniformed. That can be really important when you're developing pivot tables based on that data range. So for example, if you don't specify the data, then you do run the risk of getting multiple different types of data, which then you need to work with, change in order to be able to create the report that you want or the pivot table. So I'm just going to demonstrate this quickly. So what I've done is I've created a mock template for a booking portal. I've used the example of a clinic setting. And what I've done is I've got the doctor that the booking relates to, the date, and the procedure. So just to demonstrate what this looks like, I've already created a drop-down list. So you'll see here, once I click on the cell that I'm going to input the data in, you get a little handle here. I can click on the handle, and then that gives me a drop-down list. So this is a drop-down list I've created previously. I'm going to select Dr. Jones, and then I have a date. So I've already created a drop-down list for the date as well. I'll just select 4th of May. And you can see there I formatted it with date format, so I could see the date, month, year, and the procedure. So what I'll do is I'm just going to demonstrate how that works, the drop-down list. So if I select the cell that I want the drop-down list to be associated with, I then go to the Data tab. I select Data Validation, and now I've got an option here. So what items do I allow in this cell? So the default is any value can be populated in this cell, but I'm going to change that, and I'm going to say that I only want items from a list to be available to populate the cell. So it's by default, it's going to ignore blanks and in cell dropdown. So the first thing I need to do is create the source. So if I click on this little button here, it'll now allow me to go into the spreadsheet. This is a drop-down table that I've created already. So I've already created this list of procedures. So I'm just going to highlight them. And you'll notice as well the values. So it's referencing sheet 2, which is the worksheet that the data is in. And it's also absolute value. So if you notice there, we've got a $B, $2. What that means is that's an absolute reference. So it means that if I was to drag that formula down, the formula will still stay in B2. So it's absolute, and that's exactly what I want. I don't want this to shift if I'm dragging it down. So if I select that little icon again, go OK, and now my drop down is there. So I'm just going to check that and test that that's worked. So if I click on the handle, and now I can see a list of my procedures. So that's available. So that's basically it. It's pretty simple once you know how, but it is very good. Obviously, you would only use this if you are sharing this report with other people. The benefit of drop-down list is really to give you that uniform data when it comes back, and also helps the user. So if they're not sure what the options are or how they should populate something, this really helps them because it means that they've got a selection and they just use that list. So hopefully that was helpful. If you liked the video, do give it a thumbs up, do subscribe to the channel. And if you have a specific question on Excel that I haven't covered in one of the videos I've got, do let me know. Just pop it in the chat or in the comments, and I'll be sure to pick that up. Thank you.